Hi students, I am Prakash, Academic Advisor, Masterminds. Earlier I have recorded videos on care to be taken day before exam and on the day of exam. And today I am going to record a video on care to be taken while writing the exam. First of all, invigilation will be very strict. Please don't indulge in any malpractices and don't spoil your life. So don't compare your performance with other students in the examination hall. So remaining students might be writing examination far better than you or far poorer than you. But still, don't compare your performance with that of any other person in the examination hall, because we doesn't know what the other persons are exactly writing. So don't indulge in any unnecessary arguments with any of the staff members involved in the examination. Mobile phones and all electronic gadgets. Mobile phones and all electronic gadgets are strictly prohibited inside the examination hall. Of course, you are allowed to take calculator, you are allowed to take watch, but it should not be smartwatch. Watch is allowed, but smartwatches are not allowed. Please keep this point in mind. So you can have calculator, but you are not allowed to take scientific calculator. Only business calculators are allowed. Chewing bubble gums is prohibited. You must write your 6-digit roll number. So while writing, please check twice on examination and title sheet of descriptive exam and OMR sheet of MCQ exam. In the prescribed boxes in black pen, you must use black pen only, because valuation is going to be done by machines. Since your papers will be scanned by the machine, so it's mandatory for you to use black pen only. And darken appropriate circles with HB pencil. You need to write the roll number manually, and you should also dark the appropriate circles with HB pencil, which will be scanned by a OMR machine. You can find your roll number printed on the admit card. Don't forget that you are not supposed to write. This is a very important. Several students are committing this kind of mistakes, and CA Institute are putting those students in withheld. That's why, to avoid such kind of issues, don't write your details in any part of the examination, in any part of the answer booklet, except the place designated for the same. So wherever CA Institute asks you to write your roll number and other details, you write the same. At no other place you are supposed to write your details. If you do so, it will be considered as a malpractice and your result will be withheld. Question paper booklet. Each candidate will be given one question paper booklet of Hindi or English as opted by the student, and answer booklet or OMR sheet or both as the case may be. For example, in case of CA Inter, IPCC and CA final examinations, for all theory subjects, 30% MCQs will be there, 70% descriptive questions will be there. In such cases, you will be given answer booklet for descriptive exam and OMR sheet for MCQ exam. Both will be given to you. So along with one question paper booklet. So, and in case of MCQ exams, that is at CA Inter, IPCC and CA final level, even question paper will consist of two different booklets. One booklet is of descriptive exam, another booklet is of MCQ questions. So descriptive exams question paper you are supposed to take home, but as far as MCQ examination question paper booklet is concerned, you must return to the same to the examiner before returning home. Every candidate is required to satisfy the question paper booklet given is of the medium opted by him and contain the number of pages printed on the cover page of the booklet or not. So immediately after receiving your question paper, you need to check whether the language which was chosen by you is being allotted to you with respect to the question paper, and the number of pages printed on the first page of question paper match with the exact number of pages in the booklet. If few pages are missing, then immediately return back that question paper booklet and request the examiner to give you another booklet. So once you receive the question paper, immediately check it once thoroughly. After receiving the question paper, students need to write the details in the allotted space. That means even on the question paper, you are supposed to write your details in the designated space. For CA Foundation students, no advance writing time in papers in respect of paper 3 and 4. Everybody knows, as far as CA Foundation is concerned, first two papers are descriptive. Each exam will be conducted for 3 hours. Second two papers, that is the last two papers, are MCQ. Each exam will be conducted only for 2 hours. As far as descriptive exams are concerned, that is paper 1 and 2, students will be allotted additional 15 minutes of time to read the question paper. That is, in addition to the 3 hours of examination time, another 15 minutes of time will be given to the student to read the question paper. So, as far as MCQ exams of CA Foundation are concerned, that is paper 3 and 4, this additional reading time of 15 minutes will not be granted. As far as IPCC, CA Inter, CA Final are concerned, this additional 15 minutes of reading time will be granted for all the examinations. While opening the question paper, don't panic, be cool, don't worry, nothing will happen. Even CA Institute also wants you to qualify the exam. They will never set the question paper to see that large number of students get failed. No, it's only due to our mistakes we get failed in the examination. So don't panic. Even CA Institute wants you to qualify in the exam. So read all the questions and since you will get 15 minutes of additional time to read the question paper, you utilize the time in the following manner. Read all questions in the question paper thoroughly at least twice. That means in that 15 minutes of time, try to read the entire question paper at least twice, because at this moment of time you need to take some very important decisions, because in every examination there will be some choice. For example, you will be given 6 questions and out of that you need to answer 5. Of course, out of these 5, the first question will be compulsory question. That means first question is compulsory. In the remaining 5 questions you need to attempt 4. So you need to take a very important decision. What are the questions you need to take it as choice, and finalize the order in which you would like to attempt the questions. All these decisions need to be taken in the first 15 minutes of reading the question paper. While reading the question paper in the above stated manner, it's better not to read or attempt the first or compulsory question in the question paper. Never start reading the question paper with the first question, because there will be several twists and turns in the first question of the question paper. Generally, first question will be the compulsory question. By reading it, you may get demotivated. So you start reading the question paper directly from the second question. And in the last half an hour or 45 minutes, you can read or you can write about the compulsory question. So here several students have a confusion that is it compulsory to attempt the compulsory question? Though it's not like that. You cannot take it as choice. So is it compulsory to attempt the compulsory question? Initially, there is no rule as such. Even you can attempt the compulsory question at the end. So don't give up, stay in the examination hall for the maximum amount of time. So till the end of the examination, you stay in the examination hall and try to write as much as possible. Time management is very important. For a 10 marks question, you cannot spend more than 16 minutes of time. So let us assume while solving a problem, it's taking more than 16 minutes. Leave it there. Leave it there. So leave space of 1 or 2 pages to finish the answer of that problem and go to the next problem, because we need to consider the opportunity cost also. For example, for a 16 minutes, rather than spending 16 minutes, you have spent 30 minutes. Let us assume like that. That means you have taken 14 minutes additionally. In that 14 minutes of additional time, you might have answered another 10 marks question. So you need to consider that opportunity cost also. So with respect to MCQ questions, don't spend more than 1 minute on a question. If a particular question is taking more than 1 minute, then skip it there itself, go to the next question. You can answer all such tough questions at the end depending on the availability of time. So please don't forget the concept of opportunity cost. After completion of 50% of the examination time, sit back and relax for 5 minutes, drink water, get relaxed, be cool, and after that 5 minutes of break, you can continue writing the exam. Of course, in that 5 minutes of time, you can review the answers written by you so far. So immediately after taking additional answer sheets, don't forget to write the serial number on the same. Generally, several students will be forgetting to write the serial number, and they will be spending a lot of time in arranging them in a proper order at the end of the examination. Instructions to be followed while answering descriptive questions. So answers to each question must be commenced on a fresh page, and question numbers shall be legibly, clearly written on the top center of the page. Students are advised in their own interest not to leave full pages blank in between the answers. That means don't leave any space between the answers. Students are advised to check the answer book carefully after completing the paper and score off any blank pages. If there are any blank pages, then strike off the same before returning the same to the examiner. While solving the problems, first try to solve the problem roughly on a rough paper and verify the same. If you are confident that the answer is correct, then put it on the answer paper. See, you may not be able to do this for all the problems, but at least to do it for the sake of problems which are high in weightage. At least to do it for the sake of first one or two problems, because while solving the first one or two problems, your tension levels will be very high in the examination. So there are very good chances of committing mistakes while solving the first few problems. So that's why, my dear students, try to solve the problem on rough paper, and once you are confident of answer, then put it on examination answer sheets. So students must write answers in blank ink pen only. So no other ink, no other color ink is allowed. Though there is no specific provision against use of gel or fountain pen, but it's better to use ballpoint pen only. So the conclusion is, every student must use black ballpoint pen only. So pens of different colors are not allowed. So you are not allowed to use pens of different colors like red, green, etc. or highlighters for the sake of highlighting any paragraph or sentence or few words. No, it's not allowed. You can max underline by using the same ink pen, but you are not allowed to highlight any content. Of course, you are allowed to use pencils for the sake of drawing graphs, diagrams, etc. But students should take care not to use pencil for writing answers. Students should write the question number and the sub-question number, if any, very clearly. Students should thoroughly check and ensure that the question number written by you is correct in his own interest. The answer to each question in all parts should be completely full on one page. That means, if there are multiple parts in a question, you need to answer all such parts at one place. That means, if there are multiple parts in a question, first try to finish answering all such parts of the question and then go to the next question. Don't forget that presentation is very important rather than your content. Yes, content is important, but your presentation is still more important. Also remember that quality of content is more important than quantity. So if there is no margin printed on the answer booklet, then you need to leave margin also. You need to draw margin also. The answer book and additional sheets used, if any, should be fastened together with a tag supplied for the purpose. That means CA Institute will supply a tag for you. In addition to that, you need to staple all such additional answer sheets as a booklet by using a stapler. Sir, will the CA Institute provide the stapler? No. You need to carry your own stapler and staples. Students should not tie up the unused answer books along with the used books. That means, if you have taken some additional answer books and you are not used them, then you have to return back the same to the exam invigilator. Unused answer books must be returned to the invigilator, or else, if there are only few pages left in the answer booklet, then don't forget to strike off those unused pages. The number of answer books used must be clearly stated in the space provided on the cover page of the answer book. That is, on the examination title sheet, you must clearly write the number of additionals that you have taken. Similarly, the number of questions attempted should also be indicated by a way of tick mark against the questions attempted in the cages provided for the purpose on the cover page of the answer book. That is, on the examination title sheet, you shall tick mark against the number of questions that you have attempted. The student should not write anything in the portion provided on the cover page, because whatever is written on the cover page, it is meant for the sake of examiner. It is meant for the sake of valuationer. It is not meant to be written by the student. So of course, you need to write your details on the cover page. Except those areas, you are not supposed to write any other details. Rough work. So don't do any imaginary calculations. Try to put everything on paper. Rough work, if any, must be done on the pages specified as space for rough work and nowhere else in the question paper booklet and answer sheet. Several students have a bad habit of doing rough work in the question paper. Try to get rid of that habit. Care to be taken while answering MCQs. So for MCQs, you will be given a question paper booklet, and that question paper booklet will consist of a unique number. You need to write that number in attendance register while signing the same. By apparently looking at the question paper, we can find some lengthy and time-consuming MCQs. Try to postpone answering such kind of MCQs till the end. So never answer such MCQs at the beginning. You may get disappointed. Don't jump into any conclusion just by reading the question. Read all the options carefully. So read the question, read the options and then come to a conclusion. Better to read twice. After reading the question, try to identify the chapter to which it is related to. Try to memorize the concepts you learned related to that topic. Based on the knowledge of the concepts, you try to answer the MCQs. So don't jump into any conclusion just by reading the options or question. While reading the question, try to underline the keywords like correct, incorrect, except, not, etc. Because all these small words will change the entire answer. While reading the question, try to underline amounts and any other key points like adjustments, because for each and every small thing you should not refer the question again and again. So in case of problematic papers, while reading the problem, try to memorize the same in such a way that you need not refer the problem again and again for even for small amounts. So try to memorize everything in your mind. Sometimes choices given the examination are very close and confusing. So while attending the question, carefully read all the choices before marking your answer. We shall first keep the answer in mind and then start search for best answer among the given options. First you need to identify the answer, and later on you need to choose among the given options which option is correct. So don't forget that we need to identify the best option. Sometimes that best option need not be correct. Unless it is unavoidable, try to stick on to the opinion of CA Institute. Don't go against to the opinion of CA Institute. This is very important point. In the first round, try to answer all the MCQs that can be answered in a very single glance. That means in the first round, try to answer all the MCQs that can be answered in a very lesser amount of time. In the second round, try to answer the MCQs that can be answered by little more time. That means they may require you to spend little more time on answering. In the last and third round, try to answer the MCQs that are lengthy or time consuming. Several students have a habit of answering all the MCQs in the given order. It's a bad habit. It's not a correct strategy. You need to change your strategy. Some students have a bad habit of marking the answers of all the questions in the question paper and mark the same in the OMR sheet at the end. First of all, you are not supposed to do so, because you are not supposed to write anything on the question paper. Second thing, it's a very risky thing. So OMR answer sheet, because in the last 10 minutes, if the examiner takes back your answer booklet even before completion of examination time, then you might be losing not attempting any of the MCQ questions. That's why, my dear students, never do so. So whenever you find answer to a particular MCQ, you try to answer it immediately. Don't wait till the end. OMR answer sheet must not be tied or attached with the descriptive answer booklet. That means you need to surrender descriptive questions answer booklet and OMR sheet separately to the examiner. Marking the MCQ answers. For marking the MCQs, students must use HP grade pencil only. That means students are not allowed to use pen, including black pen. You are not allowed to use so. You are allowed to use only HP grade pencil. While answering, fill the circle darkly. If you don't fill the circle darkly, what happens is the machine which is going to value may not recognize it correctly and you may lose marks. Here is the example to darken the circles. Any answer marked or darkened in the question paper booklet will not be taken into account and no marks will be awarded. In the public exam, the size of circles in OMR sheet will be smaller when compared to the OMR sheet that we are using for our internal exams. Please take due care. So, if at all you need to modify the answer, first you strike off the option marked by you clearly. See that no traces of old answer are there. For that purpose, you need to use best quality eraser. So first erase it correctly. After that, you change your answer. Otherwise, what happens is machine considers that you have chosen two options, which is not allowed. As a result, that question will not be counted in your answers. On conclusion of, in the last 15 minutes, you need to arrange all your answer sheets in a proper order, try them properly, pin them with a stapler, and then start writing the same. On conclusion of examination, hand over both types of answer booklets. What is this both types? One is descriptive answer booklet, another one is MCQs answer booklet. MCQs answer booklet is nothing but OMR sheet. And MCQs question paper booklet. So descriptive exam question paper booklet you can carry home, But as far as MCQ question paper booklet is concerned, it is mandatory for you to return back to the examiner. Check the following before returning the answer paper booklet to the examiner. So check the admit card number twice. Check the order in which you have arranged the additional answer sheets or booklets before tying them. Sometimes some invigilators may take back OMR sheet 10 minutes before the scheduled time. So sometimes few invigilators may take back answer booklet and OMR sheet 10 minutes before the scheduled time. So be prepared even to face such kind of challenges. So try to finish off everything 10 minutes before the scheduled time. Even if such kind of incidents happen, so there's not much to lose. So if at all such kind of incident does not happen, you utilize the 10 minutes of time to thoroughly check everything written by you. Immediately after completion of exam, don't forget to collect and safeguard your admit card for the sake of next examination. So all these points will indicate the care to be taken by you while writing the examination. I hope that I have covered majority of points which are required to be known by you, and I hope that this video will be beneficial to all of you. All the best.